Did you know that 70% of the foods we commonly eat could be slowly harming our bodies? That's right. Some of the most popular items in our daily diet might be damaging our health in ways we never imagined. Stick around to discover the 13 foods you need to avoid to protect your health. Welcome to today's video, where we're diving into the dark side of our food choices. Many of us eat these foods without a second thought, but they may be doing more harm than good. I'm going to reveal the top 13 foods that could be wrecking your health so you can make better choices and take control of your well-being. The truth is, most of us aren't aware of how certain foods can negatively impact our health. We think that they are harmless or even healthy, but in reality, they're loaded with harmful ingredients that can lead to serious health problems over time. Understanding these foods and their effects is crucial in order to live healthier lives. Let's get started with 13 foods that are damaging to our health. 13. Sugary drinks. Sugary drinks like sodas, sweetened teas, and processed juices are loaded with high levels of sugar. When consumed, they cause rapid spikes in blood glucose levels. The body responds by producing more insulin to manage the sugar, but over time, this can lead to insulin resistance. Insulin resistance is a key factor in the development of type 2 diabetes. Additionally, the excessive calories from sugary drinks can contribute to weight gain and obesity, further exacerbating the risk of metabolic disorders. A study published in Diabetes Care found that regular consumption of sugary drinks increases the risk of developing type 2 diabetes by 26%. Another study in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition states that sugary beverages significantly contribute to weight gain and metabolic syndrome. 12. Processed meats. Processed meats like sausages, bacon, and ham are preserved using methods like smoking, curing, or adding chemical preservatives. These meats often contain high levels of sodium and nitrates, which can be carcinogenic when consumed in excess. Regular consumption of processed meats is associated with an increased risk of colorectal cancer and heart disease. The high sodium content also raises blood pressure, leading to hypertension and cardiovascular problems. The World Health Organization classifies processed meats as a Group 1 carcinogen, meaning there is strong evidence linking them to cancer. Consuming just 50 grams of processed meat daily increases the risk of colorectal cancer by 18%. 11. White bread. White bread is made from refined flour, which lacks the fiber and nutrients found in whole grains. The refining process strips the grain of its bran and germ, leaving behind only the starchy endosperm. Without fiber, white bread is quickly digested and absorbed, leading to spikes in blood sugar and insulin levels. Over time, this can contribute to insulin resistance, type 2 diabetes, and weight gain. A study in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition showed that people who consume high levels of refined grains in their diet have a significantly higher risk of developing type 2 diabetes. Additionally, diets high in refined carbohydrates are linked to an increased risk of obesity and heart disease. 10. Margarine. Margarine is often made from vegetable oils that have been hydrogenated to solidify them, creating trans fats in the process. Trans fats are known to negatively impact cholesterol levels. They increase LDL, or bad cholesterol, while lowering HDL, or good cholesterol, which is a recipe for heart disease. High consumption of trans fats is also linked to inflammation, insulin resistance, and an increased risk of type 2 diabetes. The American Heart Association has strongly advised limiting trans fat intake due to its direct link to heart disease. A study in the New England Journal of Medicine found that even small amounts of trans fats in the diet can significantly increase the risk of coronary artery disease. 9. Canned soup Canned soups often contain high amounts of sodium, which is used as a preservative and flavor enhancer. While sodium is necessary for bodily functions, excessive intake can be harmful. High sodium intake is a major risk factor for hypertension or high blood pressure, which increases the likelihood of heart disease and stroke. Additionally, many canned soups contain additives and preservatives that may have negative health effects. A study published in Hypertension found that reducing sodium intake significantly lowers blood pressure, which can reduce the risk of cardiovascular disease. Another study in the Journal of the American College of Cardiology showed that high sodium consumption is linked to an increased risk of heart failure. 8. Breakfast cereals. Many breakfast cereals, particularly those marketed to children, are loaded with sugar and refined grains. These cereals may also contain artificial colors, flavors, and preservatives. High sugar content leads to rapid spikes in blood sugar, followed by crashes that can increase hunger and cravings. This can contribute to overeating, obesity, and an increased risk of type 2 diabetes. The lack of fiber in refined cereals also means they do little to promote satiety or digestive health. A study in the Journal of the Academy of Nutrition and Dietetics found that children who consume high-sugar cereals are more likely to develop metabolic syndrome, a cluster of conditions that increase the risk of heart disease, stroke, and diabetes. 7. Artificial sweeteners. Research published in Nature found that artificial sweeteners can alter gut microbiota and induce glucose intolerance. Another study in Obesity Reviews found that frequent consumption of artificial sweeteners is linked to increased weight gain and a higher risk of metabolic syndrome. Artificial sweeteners like aspartame, saccharin, and sucralose are used as sugar substitutes in many low-calorie or diet foods. While they offer sweetness without the calories, the impact on health is controversial. Some studies suggest that artificial sweeteners may disrupt gut bacteria, leading to glucose intolerance, a precursor to diabetes. They may also increase cravings for sweet foods, leading to overeating and weight gain. 6. Potato chips. A study published in the New England Journal of Medicine found that regular consumption of potato chips was strongly associated with long-term weight gain. Another study in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition found that high consumption of fried foods like potato chips increases the risk of heart disease and stroke. Potato chips are typically fried in unhealthy oils and coated with large amounts of salt. They're high in calories, fat, and sodium, but low in nutritional value. Regular consumption of potato chips is linked to weight gain, high blood pressure, and an increased risk of heart disease. The high levels of unhealthy fats and sodium contribute to these adverse effects. 5. High fructose corn syrup. High fructose corn syrup is a sweetener made from cornstarch and is commonly found in processed foods and beverages. It's particularly prevalent in sugary drinks, candies, and baked foods. HFCS is metabolized differently than regular sugar, leading to increased fat production in the liver. This can contribute to non-alcoholic fatty liver disease, obesity, insulin resistance, and type 2 diabetes. A study in the Journal of Clinical Investigation discovered that consuming HFCS significantly increases liver fat, which is a risk factor for NAFLD. Want to learn more about NAFLD? The link is popping up now, or check in the description below to review after you've finished watching this video. Another study in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition linked HFCS consumption to an increased risk of obesity and metabolic syndrome. 4. Frozen meals. Frozen meals are convenient, but often contain high levels of sodium, unhealthy fats, and preservatives. They're typically low in fiber, vitamins, and minerals, making them nutritionally imbalanced. The high sodium content can lead to hypertension, while the unhealthy fats contribute to weight gain and cardiovascular disease. The lack of fiber and essential nutrients can also lead to digestive issues and nutrient deficiencies. A study in the Journal of Nutrition found that people who consume frozen meals regularly have a higher intake of sodium and unhealthy fats, which are linked to an increased risk of hypertension and heart disease. Another study in the American Journal of Public Health showed that relying on processed, convenience foods like frozen meals can lead to poor diet quality and increased risk of chronic diseases. 3. Microwave popcorn. Microwave popcorn often contains chemicals like diacetyl, which is used to give the popcorn its buttery flavor. The packaging may also contain perfluorinated compounds, or PFCs, which are used to prevent oil from soaking through the bag. Diacetyl has been linked to lung disease, particularly in factory workers exposed to large amounts of the chemical. PFCs are associated with hormone disruption and an increased risk of cancer. The unhealthy fats and high sodium content in microwave popcorn also contribute to heart disease and hypertension. A study in the Journal of Environmental Science and Technology found that PFCs can accumulate in the body and have been linked to cancer, development problems, and liver damage. Another study in Toxicology Reports highlighted the risks of diacetyl exposure and its potential to cause respiratory problems. 2. Energy drinks. Energy drinks contain high levels of caffeine and sugar, which can lead to a range of health issues. Some energy drinks also contain other stimulants and artificial ingredients that can have adverse effects. The high caffeine content can lead to heart palpitations, high blood pressure, and sleep disturbances. The sugar content can cause rapid spikes in blood sugar, leading to insulin resistance and weight gain. A study in the Journal of the American Heart Association found that energy drinks can cause dangerous increases in heart rate and blood pressure. Another study in pediatrics showed that energy drinks are linked to an increased risk of heart problems, especially in young people. 1. Diet soda. Diet soda is marketed as a healthier alternative to regular soda, but it contains artificial sweeteners like aspartame, which may have negative health effects. Studies have shown that diet soda is associated with weight gain, increased waist circumference, and a higher risk of metabolic syndrome. It may also increase cravings for sweet foods, leading to overeating and obesity. A study published in Obesity found that people who drank diet soda daily were more likely to gain weight and develop type 2 diabetes than those who didn't. Another study in the American Journal of Public Health found that diet soda drinkers had a higher risk of developing metabolic syndrome and cardiovascular diseases. These foods, though common in many diets, can have serious long-term effects on health. By being aware of the risks associated with these foods, you can make more informed choices and prioritize whole, nutrient-rich foods to protect your well-being. The most surprising item on this list is diet soda. Many people believe that it's a healthier alternative to regular soda, but as we've seen, it's linked to significant health risks. It's a clear example of how misleading food marketing can be, making it crucial to stay informed about what we're really putting into our bodies. To recap, we've covered the top 13 foods that are damaging to our health, from sugary drinks and processed meats to the hidden dangers in diet soda. These foods can have serious long-term effects on our well-being. It's essential to be mindful of our food choices and prioritize whole, nutrient-rich foods to maintain a healthy lifestyle. What do you think about the foods we discussed today? Did any of these surprise you? Let me know in the comments below. And if you're looking for more tips on how to improve your diet, be sure to check out my video on zero carbs and zero sugar foods for more ways to boost your health. The link is popping up on the screen now. Thanks for watching today. Don't forget to like and share the video, and if you're new here, don't forget to subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on a video. Stay healthy and see you soon.